Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode on Convert 4. Today, I'm going to be covering a template that we use to basically detail out what we're looking for in terms of getting back ad creative that is going to resonate well with our target audience. We use a creative brief for this to make sure we get the branding consistent, the messaging consistent. When we do submit it to our internal design team, they know who we're targeting, where we're sending traffic to. So without further ado, I'm going to dive right into this. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions down below in the comments. And if you want more free templates like this in the future, subscribe to our channel. That way you'll be notified as soon as we have a release for a new tool, template, or how-to video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So looking at our screen here, we have our homepage. This is where we send some of our traffic, but the page that we're actually going to be focusing on is our subscribe page. We've been wanting to grow this list, and our target audience is essentially anybody who is looking to improve their landing page conversion rates or their funnel conversion rates. That's our area of specialties. So we've been wanting to grow this list so we can send out updates when we do release a new strategy, a case study, anything new that's coming out in the market that we're seeing help our clients. We're sharing that to this list first, and then it's later coming out in a video. So we've been wanting to grow this list. We have some social proof here of how many subscribers we have, and a few of the companies that are on that list, like Kayak and LinkedIn. And the brief that we're going to be covering today looks like this. I'm using a dark mode on my Word. Hopefully it's coming through okay for you guys and it's clear. But essentially, we're going to break down each section and why it's important to have this in a brief. So your designer or your agency or your freelancer knows exactly what to get back to you. And not only that, it's going to save you a ton of time because you're not going to have to do as many revisions. It's going to be on brand. You're not going to have ads that are kind of all over the place. So highly recommend filling out these briefs. And you can get this also as a free template by going to our resources page. We're going to have it in there as an item to download along with our other tools. So be sure to check that out. But let's go ahead and dive into this template. So the first thing that we want to talk about is what sort of design do we need made? So is it a Facebook ad? Is it Google ads? Are you running them on LinkedIn? Many businesses run multiple traffic sources, which is always a good idea. You definitely don't want to be running a singular traffic source because then if something stops working, it's going to severely hinder your ability to keep things consistent, whether you're a lead gen based business or you're a e-commerce based business. You want to have multiple traffic sources that are driving consistent revenue, leads, and transactions for your business. But in this brief, you're going to want to detail out what type of ad or what platform you're going to be serving this ad on, because the right designer will design according to the platform where the ad is being promoted. For example, if it's on YouTube, there's a certain style of thumbnail that we see work more often within the sidebar non-skippable ads, right? Or if it's on Facebook, we want to use complementary colors to their blue. We want to make sure that we're addressing the mobile market because most traffic on Facebook, from what we're seeing, is mobile now. So there's things like that where you're going to want to detail out where these ads are going to be seen and where the traffic is going to be coming from. The next section, you're going to detail out how many design variations you're going to want. And let me actually share my screen here. You're going to want to detail out how many design variations you're going to want this designer to create for you. So for this specific example, we're only looking for 2 variations. We're somewhat incorporating a style that we found resonates well with our audience. So we don't need 4, 8, 12 variations. We're not doing a lot of heavy testing right now because we know what works. So we're just going to go with 2 different variations that we can split test against our audiences. So who are we targeting? Our offer is to improve business owners and marketing directors, make marketing directors' lives easier by improving their numbers, helping them hit their KPIs. So we're looking to improve websites' conversion rate and earn more transactions from their revenue. We don't particularly have a niche target right now. So we're making note of that. There's nothing we need to resonate well there For example, if we were targeting the real estate space, we might want to use photos of homes. Or if we were targeting, let's say, female marketing directors, we might want to use a picture of a woman in our ad, so that we can resonate with that audience a little bit better. Specific size the design needs to be in. This is very important, right? You want to be creating all the ad size placements that are correct for the placement. So for example, you don't want to create a 1080 by 1080 and then repurpose that for a story. It's not going to format correctly. Your text might spill off the edges. It's not going to provide a good experience, and you might even get criticized within the comments of your ad. So you're going to want to detail out the different sizes of your ad. Next is you're going to want to detail out any specific design, images, fonts, or other branding. So this is where you're going to notate if you have any brand guidelines, if you have a color scheme or a palette that you need to abide by, if you have competitor examples, this would be a good section to list that in as well, so your designer has something to work off of. So you can see here I did notate the colors that we want to use and test within this design. Here, this is a big one. We're finding that ad styling and congruency with landing page provides a more seamless experience for the user. And of course, when there's a better user experience, typically there's a higher conversion rate accompanied with that. So we always want to give the designer the location of where the ads are going, not only so they can contextually pick up what language we're using, phrases, headings. We want to arm them with as much information as possible so they can formulate their own strategy and approach when they're doing their research and their due diligence to know who's going to see this ad. And it's important, through all of our training, we preach to our designers to put themselves in the position of the person we're sending traffic to and what would make that person stop scrolling, click on our ad, and convert. So those three things you're definitely going to want to convey to your ad designer as well. Next is what text needs to go on the design. So for these designs, we're going to use text overlay. We find that works well in our market as well. We've tested both. So we came up with 3 different headlines. Website not converting well. Typically questions resonate pretty well, or anything involving a number, like if there's a case study number, something attached to it, or there's an X percentage of people. We could even do something funny like 90% of people find it frustrating when their website doesn't convert. It's a very long headline, but we can break it up into the description and the headline so that it shows on Facebook ad. Then for ad number 2, we do need more website transactions, etc. Website conversions drop lately. Also something we deal with on a pretty regular basis. People come to us when their conversion isn't high enough, or if their volume is very volatile, they're not getting consistent number of transactions or leads. So that's something else that we focus on. So we're going to include that in the ad copy. Image samples. This is crucial because it gives the designer an idea visually of what you're looking for. And designers obviously being visual people, it helps to have visual samples. So including past designs, past ads that have worked well for you. You could even do competitor research through the Facebook ads library. There's many ways that you can come up with design examples of what you find attractive and what you believe is going to hit well with your target audience. If you're not in a role where you know that type of strategy to incorporate in your ad campaigns, I suggest you either hire an agency like ours, or you can rely on someone internally who acts as a strategist or market researcher who really understands your target market well and what they resonate with. And then lastly, you're going to want to have some sort of direction as to what the next steps are once the designs are complete from your designer. So are they uploading them into your project management tool? We use Teamwork. That's why we have that specific call out here. Or do they send them via email? However means is the best way of communication for the designer to get the designs back to you in a timely manner is crucial. You can also, for this section, declare when you need the designs done. So as a deadline, typically we're pretty quick. We usually turn things around in 24 to 48 hours. But if you are working with maybe a bigger agency that has longer turnaround times, you might want to negotiate with them here as to when you want the designs, or if you have to get a campaign launched, it'd be important to notate that here. So that's it. That's our design brief for ads and the template for ads. If you guys want to download this and you don't want to copy it, head over to our resources, which is the convert4.com/resources page. It's right here at the top of our top menu nav. You just have to click on that button, and we're going to be uploading it into our resources page here, where we have some other tools that you can check out as well, and some other videos that you can check out as well. So that's all I got for today. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you subscribe to the channel, give us a like, so I know that you guys are enjoying this content so I can create more of it. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.